Uh, I think I will say, and actually, I think we probably might or should touch on it. I think climbing now is much more difficult than what it was before. I think so. What's going on, Chad? How are we all doing today? It is another beautiful Sunday. We are getting ready. Give us just a moment here and we'll be going live, guys.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
1.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Knights of Teleria podcast, episode 101. It is Sunday. It is 2 p.m. EST. You are tuned in to watch all of my lovely co-hosts with me today to talk about everything Raid Shadow Legends. And man, I'm excited because we got a new guest on the channel, and we got to talk about these quality of life features that Plarium promised us. Are they worth it? Do we want them? And do they work as intended? Let's start off by introducing my co-host for today. In the top little red box, representing our 1397 content creator free to play, Mr. Final Kenpachi. Ken, what is going on, brother? How are you?
Oh, what a title, dude.
Coming hot.
I'm doing good, man. I forget what I say. It was a hot Sunday. We played some Stellar Blade. A nice game. And after that, I just go to the little bit shopping and got some little bit stuff like short, which is kind of show right now. It's very short. So anyway, I hope you guys doing good too. I just drinking my coffee. Cheers, everybody.
Awesome. Next up, we got my favorite low spend endgame content creator, Mr. MXPJ. PJ, what is going on, brother? How are you?
Doing good. Had pulled some voids. I'm not sure how you guys did for the voids. I pulled like 50 or 60, hit Mercy, got a dupe Angar. So yeah, pretty upset about that. And then I pulled a few after that to see if I could get lucky and didn't get anything. So that was a rip. Then I crafted my mythical live arena. Didn't get anything there. I think I'm over 10 full 100 mythical craftings without a mythical yet.
Damn.
So, yeah, really stinky.
Damn, dude.
So that's my luck has been really, really bad in raid recently. So hopefully it changes, but hopefully you guys have had some better luck than myself.
I don't know about that. I mean, I was hanging out in Discord last night with Armenian God and a couple of the other guys from King's Discord, along with King and Armenian God. As you can see here, he's on the global leaderboard. He's pulled almost 800 voids, right? Trying to get the targeted champion, which did not come. Although he did get his second Yumiko, so now he was excited about that. But yeah. I think I'm kind of done on charts because I pulled 100 and I got myself a Constantine, not even Constantine, a Vlad, and I was like, I'm done. Although maybe we'll buy a little bit more and do some shard pulls. But next up, we've got I guess we could go ahead and tell people a new clanmate of mine, all the way from Texas, Mr. Zero Brew, also known as the Dab Master. What is going on, brother? How are you?
Doing well. How are you doing? We're hanging out. I pulled on my account, got squat, but I will say there'll be probably one of my best shard pulls with some verbal directions that happened. And if I was playing the lottery, we would have won hundreds of millions of dollars, because there's no way in the world it happened the way it did. It was on Annie Elf's account. So shout out to Annie Elf, member of the Brew Crew, and of course, member of all y'all streams too. But she let me pull on her account, and she said, pull until this happens, and this happened. Could not planned it any better. Hopefully YouTube comes out later today.
Awesome. So you Beetlejuice the particular champions that were targeted for that specific account.
You know, I can't do it on my own account, but for you, for Annie Elf, it happens. I just call for it and it happens, you know?
Yeah, that's it. And last but not least, the guy who is making me really, really jealous of growing up my beard, and that I would definitely vote for the sexiest raid content creator of 2025, Mr. Snackbox. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Wow, okay, thanks. Probably gonna have a lot of DMs now. But yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for the invitation. And yeah,
All
snack
right.
box, and yeah. I actually pulled like 7 void shards in total this weekend. So you guys probably had a little bit more luck with your shards, but I got absolute nothing. So yeah,
Ooh.
there we go.
Ooh, it's gotten to the point with shards where it's like I feel like buying them now is so painful. I'd rather try to go
Oh,
for
man.
the summons, the targeted summons. I know a lot of us had that Gina, which chat, let me know. Did you guys go for the targeted summon for the Gina? Did you pull yourself a Gina? Or did you get yourself something else? But yeah, I feel like just it's gotta be all primals at this point is all you really want to buy, because I don't even think the voids are worth it, to be quite honest, right? At least for the price.
2x coming, by the way. 2x coming soon. I'm telling you. Primal.
2x primals. You know, they did
yeah.
start doing the targeted specific champs, so I feel like that's, you know, between the 2x and the targeted, I think that is probably going to be some of the better times to start pulling. I really should start saving, but you know, Plarium's doing a great job at making me FOMO over here. I want to give a quick shout out to our boy Mr. Gessel Gaming, who decided to take this week off because instead of playing Raid Shadow Legends and, you know, pulling shards here, he decided to go all the way to Vegas to pull shards at a casino. So hopefully his luck out there is definitely a lot better than it is in game. And maybe Aristocrat will contact the casino that he's at so that he could win there and come back and buy some more primals. I think that's a real possibility. All right, so we got a lot of things to talk about this week. First of all, I want to bring up this adventure deck event because I feel like it's guys, seriously, pinpoint accessories. Like, okay, we literally just got done with the dungeon. How many of you are still looking for pinpoint accessories? Ken, what are we doing here, man? Are you going for this?
I mean, I see no problem, man. I'm thankful Plarium. They are releasing like a dog
Dog shit. Just say it.
I can skip. Yeah, I don't know if it's toss or not. Like I'm not sure. You know, it's your YouTube channel, evet öyle. I need to be careful. But yeah, thank you, Plarium. I can skip it. Awesome. Just after the event dungeon close, bro. We need that just after. Like, do that like a month later. You know, you are like, oh man, people maybe wasn't playing the game during the event dungeon. They're like, oh guys, the next event dungeon going to open like 3 months later. Let's go for it. But yeah, nothing. I actually read that 2 times, by the way, when they send us announcement. I'm like, did I read correctly? You know.
I mean, maybe if they were just all mythical, because okay, then I would say it. But epic, like, honestly, come on. Like, how many of these are we actually going to keep? Chat, are any of you guys going for this? Like, even just impassively, I'm just curious to see, because it is a champ training. Some accounts may still need champ training. I don't. It's like one of the biggest pains, but I just kind of saw this and I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to start soaring energy like Ken said, right? PJ, what about you, man? Are you going for this event?
No, I'll probably do a few just from dailies and stuff. Like, I don't think it's just bad event just to get a few here and there. But yeah, like you said, we just had pinpoint dungeon. I didn't realize it was just accessories either, because usually people don't need the accessories. People need the actual gear. It's way harder to get the actual gear than the accessories.
Gear harder.
Yeah,
It's
I
hard
didn't
to
realize
get the
it
gear.
was. Yeah, I didn't realize it was just the accessory part. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, like Ken said, it's a good thing because it's an easy skip for a lot of people, so you can save your resources for the Packmaster coming up. We know that's going to be a thing. There's going to be a soul for the doggy, I'm sure, coming up. So yeah, if you want to go for it, you can get some gear, do it passively, get a couple pieces. The only nice thing is that there's a pin, and the pin is pretty nice. You can, if you pin 3 in a row, so that's a positive. But besides that, yeah, I think most people are going to probably just do a passive, get a few maybe, and call it a day.
Okay. Snack Fox, what about you? Are you going for this event?
Yeah, so I actually did a video on this, and so there are 18 artifacts in there, right? And I think 12 accessories. And the thing is, I calculated like how much energy I would need to complete this if I would run, let's say, Dragon Stage 10, solo it with food. And I came to like around 30k-ish energy, right, to complete the whole thing. Maybe it's a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But I actually, like, during the Chaos Awakes campaign, I used up, like, I don't know, 40k energy, something around that same amount, right? And I didn't get, like, this amount of pinpoint, at least 6-star artifacts. Like, no, there was no shot at that many artifacts. Like, you have so many artifacts from the event dungeon that are trash, right? So I think it's not that bad as it seems. I don't know. It's just my
Okay.
take on it.
I mean, I get that. I guess the only thing, I mean, the biggest thing that I just have a problem with is there's the RNG element to it. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I don't believe we can get mythical pinpoint from the event dungeon, right? Have you gotten any mythical pinpoint or anybody from the event dungeon? Okay. I've yet to get one, and I've
After
farmed.
stage 26.
Yeah, you
After
can
stage
get
26? Okay. Maybe I know this event dungeon, this last one that just came in, I didn't do shit because it was just too overtuned. It was too fucking overtuned. I was not having that. But to this point, like, I still don't think I have a single mythical pinpoint piece. And I've the last couple of ones, or the ones before this, I've dropped some pretty serious energy. But that is a fair point. Okay. Zero, what about you, man? Are you going to be dropping energy for this?
No, not at all. I think what Snackbox said with his analysis was spot on and fantastic. And so that's probably a good take on it. I like what he said there. But for me personally, I've been burnt out for a hot minute now. I'm glad that we were able to get the dog, and luckily I already have Shayak. Now I've got a feeling that getting a soul for this dog is going to be insanely hard. So I think I'll be saving up for that. But I'm kind of like what PJ is like. If I get a little bit doing my daily stuff, because I always do my dailies to keep my energy at 0 as much as possible, I'll get some and go with it. But outside of that, yeah, I'm okay with it. And I don't know. I just feel like the community kind of needs a little bit of a break anyway. So this is a good little filler thing. And if people weren't able to complete the dungeon, they have an opportunity to maybe take a couple stabs at flipping some cards here. Yeah, not bad.
No,
I'm not gonna participate, but not bad.
Yeah, I agree with the whole burnout. Like, it definitely feels like lately it's just event after event after event. And I will say that the Chaos event, some of the rewards for, we got the Immortal Soul Stones and stuff, it was definitely worth it to go for them. But it definitely just feels like there's just so much going on, right? Especially they dropped the Prism Shards in the middle of Fusion, so you had to go do that. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think this event here, man, I'm not going for it unless I need to make some space on like an account to pull shards or something. That's really much about it. I don't think it's honestly worth it. But moving on to the Packmaster, we haven't heard anything about it yet. Not as official content creators, nothing in the Supreme Club. We just had ourselves our 2x Soulstone event, so I think they're gearing up. Would you guys agree that the Packmaster is going to be locked behind Soulstones and possibly shards? Which one do you guys think? Ken?
Highly possible, because like it's not only 2x, it's 2x Soulstone we recently got. At the same time, there was a tournament. Like,
that's true.
Soulstone chase together.
That's true. So they
often.
I didn't even put that together as an enticement, because that is one of the things that they usually don't do, and that we're pretty critical of. We're like, hey, how come Soulstones are one of the things that we never get the event behind? And this one they really did, and that was one of the reasons that I actually popped mine. So valid point there.
They got
PJ,
you.
they did. They 100% did. They got me. PJ, what about you?
Wait, is there a 3x for speed this week or Monday?
Yes. I just
Yes.
posted the-
Oh, okay. That changes a little bit. Makes the deck a little bit better. As far as this, I don't know. I think it still could be a few different things. I think it still could be a hero or a Titan event. Could be a hero's path. Probably gonna have souls in it, like you said. We just had stuff to pull souls. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think there's a few different options they could do to give us the soul and the pack master.
Okay. Snackbox, what do you think, man? Are we going to be looking at more soul stones to get Packmaster if you haven't already gotten them?
Yeah, I think so. So I think there are like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 options, right? So either it's going to be a deck, right? Hero's Path, Titan Path. I don't know, maybe they will bring something like a guaranteed from shards again. Who knows, right? They tend to do things a little bit different now. Here, every now and then, like they a little bit, like they jumped off the usual stuff they used to do a little bit. So I don't know, like it could be any of those, right? But I think soul stones will be involved if it's not a guaranteed from shards.
Okay. Zero, what about you?
Yeah, I think me personally, I think it's going to be like the Balar event, which is a Heroes Path event. I think that was one of the biggest and one that had kind of all the above in there. So it had, for those of y'all didn't remember this, but it had the opportunity to get a guaranteed Balar, and give you a 5-star soul for him, and then there were some mythical relics as well. So I think potentially they're going to do 5-star soul for the dog, champion Shayak, and then even an avatar or some other stuff too. So now what the currency could be soul stones, could be shards, but I think that last one was up to 60 shards if you wanted to go and collect everything, and that's one of the biggest, heaviest ones we've seen in a long time. The 60 shards for guaranteed champion and its soul, and all the extra stuff was it's just absurd, right?
Right.
If it's 20 USD, according to them, is the value of a sacred shard. I mean, do the math on that. 20 times 60 is a big number. So
It's the price of a mythical champion, according to them.
Oh yeah, exactly. So yeah, I anticipate the same thing because I mean, bottom line is if you don't have Shayak, the dog is half as good.
Right.
So I mean, and it's already, people have already put out the videos on it, running it in Hydra, and we're talking like 268 with Shayak and 123 million damage without the Shayak. So yeah, I anticipate they're gonna hit us up with another big drain of some sort. Now I may be completely wrong. That's just my speculation. I think they saw some success with Balar, and
Yeah.
to be honest, Dog and Shayak are bigger than Balar ever was. So
Very true.
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
true.
I mean, outside of Trunda and Titus, that combo is like 3rd or 4th on the total damage in Hydra right now, according to the experts, aka Bronco and others, right? So
Yeah, true.
I mean,
but you're at the point now where you've got Titus, you got Trunda.
True.
If you have both of them, you're probably looking at 2.5-3 hours of Hydra Clash every single week. Do you really want to add a third one? Right?
Yeah, I mean, that was the numbers on auto too. So that's what's cool about this one is, okay, fine. If you don't want to manual it, you've got the best team on auto right now. If you have Dog and Shy, I guess would be a better way to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I strongly urge you guys to save whatever Immortal Soul Stones you have, Immortal Soul Stones and Eternal ones. I think it is definitely going to have. Go ahead, Ken.
PJ, you talked to PJ, right? You asked the PJ.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut. I just got something on my mind. So recently, Plarium made an announcement to us, content creator. They said, like normally they are doing like tournament. If you have this champion, you're able to get his soul on the tournament reward. But if you don't have it, then you are getting something else. Plarium said everybody going to have a chance to get the shake. They didn't give the detail about the event, but everybody going to have a chance of to get him. which means then he's not going to be a limited tournament reward, in my opinion, then, right?
Yep.
Because they are usually doing that. Hey guys, if you guys have this champion, you can join his tournament. You know, you can have a chance of to win him. I am guessing it's going to be pet event, man.
Path event.
I am guessing it's going to be pet event. You know, pet event is split multiple road, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's say there is a Packmaster on the left side. Okay, if you don't have him, you can get him, right? What about right side? Top 5 side.
Oh God, I hope they don't do that, Ken. I hope they don't do that. Huh?
You don't have a
I can
Packmaster?
see that.
Isn't that what ZB just
see
said?
that.
Oh yeah,
Well, yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
No, I know you're agreeing with
Yeah,
me.
it's exactly.
I
They are
really
going to
hope.
do like that.
I really hope they don't do that. We need them different. Just especially because
Why?
why? Because you got to give us time to get some of our resources back, man. I mean, it's been just. Listen, we all don't have the
I
same.
mean, you have a Packmaster, right?
I don't have Packmaster. Actually, I missed out on Packmaster because I missed out on Packmaster because I had real life things to do at that point in time. I was remodeling my house, and so I was more concerned about the plumbing and the electrical than I was about the damn fusion.
That's your first.
Now, you know, Telerium's not allowing that. You know, you can't put money into your home. It has to go toward them.
Exactly. So that was, I missed out on Packmaster because of that. And I was, yeah. So hopefully,
Just one thing I'll say too is, of course, all of us who may have gone for him, unlike Blazin, you got to look at your faction guardians too, right? Like, if this is that opportunity to get that 5th slot or something like that, it's always good. And I'm looking, and I just now got my orcs with my 10th slot, so I'm like, oh, I technically don't have to go for this one. But then I'm like, ooh, I have 2 of the Argazes, which is the faction unity champion. I'm like, ooh, could I do a +1 Argaz if I go for the Shayak? You know what I mean? So
no. We don't want you doing that because Argaz is going to be really good for some of the siege defenses that we're having you do. Not trying to spoil anything.
Oh, you looked through everything? Okay, well, yeah, talk to me later.
That said, yeah, I think we're definitely going to be looking at saving our Eternal Soul Stones. Even though, I was kind of telling myself I shouldn't do it, but I was like, yeah, whatever. I've been saving and not buying them, right? So that said, we have waited, 6 years for something to change in Minotaur. And finally, for the next 2 weeks and 3 days, guys, you can farm yourselves 2x scrolls. Yay! But what the fuck? Why is it only going to be for 2 days? Like, come on. What's the issue? Because I have not ran it yet.
My understanding, and I have yet to test it because I don't want to waste the energy, but my understanding is, because you know how when you run it and it'll, like, say you need like 2 first rank, the white scrolls, the green scrolls, the red scrolls. So say maybe you have like 96 white scrolls, and then you go and you run it, and you'll just get the 4, and it doesn't give you like the green ones. My understanding is that even if you double run it, it'll just say, oh, stop at the white ones, and you don't get like, it's not like you get 2 separate items. They just, and I would imagine that's got to be a bug for them. They should, while they're doubling up their runs, you should get 2 separate rewards, and for whatever reason it'll just stop. So same thing with the green, and obviously same thing with the red. Well, the red one you're kind of gambling on, right? So it'll stop after the red one. But I don't know, if you're taking multiple champions, they should reward multiple champions with the 2 separate runs, but that's not what's happening. My understanding is, if you got 99 white scrolls and you do a double run, you're going to get 1 white one, and that's it. And you just basically wasted double your energy.
Oh, well, that completely sucks. If that's the case.
And again, I don't know if anybody who has done that has seen that too. That was said to me Friday night on the stream. And I did run a few runs. Yeah, go ahead.
I've seen that too, yeah, on some screenshots. I don't know if it's a visual bug or if it's actually, I don't know. It didn't happen to me. I also didn't run Minotaur that much lately since the update, but I've seen screenshots with it too. That only one scroll is rewarded, and then the second run, from the super raid, didn't reward anything else. At least it didn't show at the reward screen.
I'll say
Interesting.
it's a bug.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
run it now.
Yeah,
I have a Dark Elhain with 949 red scrolls. So if she gets awarded, I'll run it. Y'all keep talking about it, but we'll see.
Yeah, so I'm looking at chat and Sus just said that it's a bug and they're working on it. So yeah, 2x.
Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. It just happened. Yeah, so I did a double run. I only needed one scroll to complete my Dark Elhain. I ran double energy, and here's your screenshot.
So yeah, that's kind of shitty. And I wonder if they're going to when they're going to fix it, and B, how long, or what they're going to do as a I'm sorry gift type of situation. Although I will say I like the new AI UI feature here where it shows the scrolls and what we're getting. I think that is new, right? Because I don't remember seeing that before. That's it.
Temporary
Ken.
solution by the gem. By Masters with the gem. Temporary
Yeah, okay. I've got to say, because you're free to you're free to play, and you, sir, buy masteries. I farm them because I'm cheap as hell.
No, I start farming.
You start farming now? The 2x made you start farming?
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Like, it's not important champion mastery, so I'm like, there is nothing to do in the game right now. I'm not doing this deck of fate. And there's a spare it as well. Like, I need to spend my energy somewhere, right? And I'm like,
right.
No event dungeon, no done, fusion done, everything is done. I'm like, okay, let me put this champion on the Minotaur, and yeah, I farm it. Yeah, I like it. Spare it is pretty awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's definitely
like let's say on the next 2 weeks, finger crossed, I pull like Star Sage. He's gonna get masteries like 1 second later after I pull him. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait, dude.
I'm doing it for unimportant champions, even though I have a Marius 6-star that can run this in like 15 seconds or not even maybe 10 seconds. He's going to spend 1,000 gems or the 800 gems rather than spending the energy. We have multi-round battles, right? Background battles that you could just run him on while you're not.
Background? It's basically like normal, it's just normal fight. You're not
stare at
just
the
saying
bastion.
Hey,
Yeah,
you can listen. You can go ahead and run your background battles and just pull more shards. Okay, I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, I have tons of mystery shards for that. Yeah, right.
Pull some mystery shards or something. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. I can't believe that they didn't fix or code this properly. Who's shocked?
I mean, again, and I know we got to talk about the all the enhancements they just gave us with this most recent patch, and they deserve a whole bunch of props for that to keep it on a positive note. But on a negative note, we joke about that. We joke about this, but now it's to the point where it's almost not a joke, where they don't test their stuff. Like we are their testers, and this is like, how do you double the energy and not treat them as 2 separate runs? Like, another person on this team should have gotten their scrolls or whatever on this for the double energy. And this is just another one where they roll something out really fast. But, they've been talking about this for 4, 5, 6, 7 months. And then they finally give it to us and say, hey, look what we did. But they didn't even test it. It's a little disappointing.
Right.
To overlook something like this, that's pretty bad.
Right.
We are testing right now, bro. Like, we are in the pit.
We are the testers.
Yeah, we are the tester.
The free testers.
Exactly. I'm looking at chat here and Sus is like, I get the CC gems, so why don't I buy the masteries? Well, I don't farm the 950 red scrolls because not every single champion needs them, and that saves them for a different champion that I could master. So plus, I'm in no rush. I've got so many champions already built on the account where shit, I don't even know if building somebody else is going to be even useful for me. That said, I think most of them just get built because of the showcases that I try to do for the fusions. So plus, I don't want to take the easy way out. That said, let's is this really worth it, and do we expect this to stay long term? PJ.
Well, if it was working as intended, it would be a lot better. Obviously, how it's working right now, it's kind of messed up. But if they fix it, it'd be a lot better. Hopefully it stays. I think it's something that the community's asked for a long time. So it'd be, I think, a really big like fu to the community if they just dropped it in and they're like, okay, we gave it to you guys and now it's gone. Like, I don't think that'd be cool. So yeah, hopefully it stays. Hopefully they get their data that they want to see, because obviously they collect the data and reconfirm that the 5 years of us telling them that we want this is correct and we weren't lying to them. So yeah, I mean, as long like right now it's kind of buggy, but once they get it working as it properly should, I think it's a good feature.
Okay. Snackbox, what about you, man? Is this what you were waiting for?
To be honest, I don't really. It doesn't really matter to me if we have super rates for Mino or not, because I just run them and go do something else. So it doesn't really matter to me. But what does matter to me is why they like. I don't see a reason not to give it to us, right? I don't see a reason not to give it to us. The only reason I could think of is that some people might spend less gems because of that, right? But I don't see another reason.
Well, the way that they gave it to us, it actually eats up more of our gems than anything else, right? So maybe that was their master plan, guys. They said, you know what, we will give you that.
Feature, not a bug.
Exactly. It's a feature for you to, use more resources for us to take. By the way, I'm joking. I don't think that's it. That's it, though. It is quite hilarious on one hand and sad on the other one. Zero, what about yourself, man? Is this what you were waiting for?
I mean, I'll take it, right? It does kind of speed things up. Yeah, I said my piece about it being buggy. And the one thing I will say is, yeah, I hope if the word is getting around that it is buggy, that people don't use it and then they don't get the metrics that they're looking for. So kind of what PJ was saying is like, they're monitoring this for the next 2 weeks, this, that, the other.
The only thing about that scares me is like then they'd be like, oh, they don't want it. They're not doing it. They don't want it, and then they're not going to give it to us, which is
exactly
not good.
Right. That
why
would
for
hurt.
us to fix the bug if they don't want it type thing? Well, it's like, well, people aren't going to run it if it's bugged and they feel like you're still in their energy,
Yeah.
So
right.
Or unless they're gonna, do sometimes when they mess up or do a patch or whatever, they give us a few energy pots or something. Unless they come back and say, hey, we realized we bugged you out. You lost a few hundred energy by doing this. Here's a couple pots to compensate you.
Right, and I definitely think that's what's going to happen, and that would kind of crappy, to be honest. I do want to mention one quick thing, guys. Last week we celebrated our 100th episode, and on the YouTube side, if you went and put in your UMID number on this video that we did on the podcast, you guys will be able to enter in for the 540 gems, 1 void shard, and I believe it's 1 epic book. So we will be pulling those live today on the podcast. So anybody that is here, make sure you go drop your UMID on that one. That way you can get yourself some goodies. We've got 5 that we're going to be giving away. So back to the Minnow. I like it. Kind of sad that it's not working as intended. Shocker, right? I guess can sum it all up by just typical Plarium answer. It's their server. That was the problem, is what happened. It's their server, guys. That said, I do hope that they fix this soon and that they bring it in. Just maybe test things a little bit better, Let's move on to the next feature that they dropped this week, which was the sorting. Now, I like the just new here, right? I think that's good. The UI looks a little cleaner. I like that I can see what's equipped and what's not equipped. I hate this part right here where I have to actually pick how many rolls I need to see in each one. This gets annoying because if I just want to see the fastest, the way I've usually been doing it is I just want to select speed and then go to hide and see what my fastest is. But maybe it's just me.
No. Go up.
Yeah.
Select the speed over there, high.
Yeah. That was an extra step that I would do, but usually I would just do that. I wouldn't really do much of anything with the speed here, right?
You
But
don't need to do that. You can just do the top speed thing.
Yeah.
that
No, don't do anything with the substats. Just do
right. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. This is the way I used to do it when I wanted to look at my fastest piece. Is just like this, but now they've added it to where we can see, triples, quads, and that stuff. Which did we really need this? Is the question. Are you finding this useful? Let's start off with Ken first.
Not really.
So it's a quality of life feature that they added, but you don't think is helpful, which I completely agree. Unless that's
Nobody building their champion like that, man. In my opinion, to be honest.
I feel like the better feature that they could have added here would just be to see what pieces of gear are at what level. So if they're at level 8, 4, 16, 12.
Not rolled pieces.
Not rolled pieces. Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of spending time doing this, I feel like that would have been a much better one. And chat, do you guys agree that you would have rather had that sort of a filter feature rather than this? PJ, what about you?
Yeah, I kind of like it. Not really for building champions, more just to kind of see what kind of gear you have. I was going through and seeing how many quads I had, how many quad speeds I had, how many triple speeds I had, kind of stuff like that, which is kind of cool information to have. Again, it's quality of life stuff, so it's not going to be like really game changing stuff. It's more just like nice little things here and there. I do agree though that they need to add a filter for like unleveled level, specific whatever level you want. I think that's one of the biggest things that people have been looking for, and they still haven't done it yet. But this is kind of cool. I don't think it's like game changing or like, oh my god, we really needed this to find all of our quads. But I think it's a cool little feature that you can filter your gear by, see what you got.
Yeah, because I really can't see knowing how many pieces I have that are quads or triples or anything like that. Like I can't think of a single case. I mean, let's face it, 99.9% of us are using the Hell Hades optimizer to build our champions, right? There's the very unique players, like I've seen Gestel that does it by hand. He doesn't use the optimizer. Armenian God, actually, I was in Discord with him last night and he was doing the same thing. And I was like, yeah, you guys are just taking too long. Just let the computer do it because I don't want to think that hard. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, man, this just seems not needed. Snackbox, are you using this? Is this going to help you at all?
I don't think it's gonna help that much, but it also doesn't hurt, to be honest. Like I don't think it's super necessary, but I agree to what PJ said. Like it does give you like a feel of where your account is at on your from your gear, so you get a feeling of, okay, do I need, I don't know, triple speed rolls? Like, can I sell all my double speed rolls? I have enough. You know what I mean? Like you can get kind of a feeling for your account, but yeah, I don't think it's super game changing as well.
I want you guys to quickly check on your account and tell me how many quad roll speeds do you guys have? How many pieces? While we're doing that, Zero, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so from my perspective, I think this feature is fine. Just kind of like what PJ and Snapbox was just saying. I echo that. But I think the next thing, which is what they don't have, is a button that lets you inverse your search. So a feature like this would be great if you said, okay, show me all my double rolls of speed gear. And then you had a button that would inverse it. So then it would say, okay, now show me all the gear that doesn't have 2 or more rolls of speed into it, right? And it needs to
Okay.
be like 2 or more. And if you did something like that, then that would be a great way to filter down to your slowest gear, essentially, and say, okay, boom, let me now add this to my sell list and sell it, for example.
Hmm.
I think if they were to change it, it needs to be, you know, like this one is 4 only, right? Or 3 only, or 2 only, where it needs to be 2 or better, 3 or better, or something like that. And I know there are other outside tools that kind of do that, but I think we had like this kind of inverse thing, and I think that's always what said. And I agree with you on like what's rolled or not. They should have a drop down that says, you know, +4, +8, +12, and +16. But that'll be a great way, because I hate when I do the just new. Like that's how I use that just new feature to find the dots of the gear that's on my account that hasn't been rolled at all, and I always like to keep it rolled to 8, right? But then that'd be a great way to go through. I have like 90% of my gear kind of rolled to 8 that's not on a champion, and say, okay, now show me those ones that aren't double speed or more. And,
Right.
And you know that, and you know, hey, let me just look at my epics, and then boom, oh, I got 200 epics that doesn't even have speed on it or whatever. It doesn't have the double roll of speed. Boom, you're out. And now I can quickly make room. So I think kudos for Plarium for adding more stuff to it. Doesn't hurt, but I think we just need more. And I'll say, you know, devil's advocate to that thought, this game's already complicated for new players. And so if they look at their gear and they see like 1,500 different ways to sort and filter your gear, that could be extremely confusing to a new player. But
Good
I
point.
do think, well, yeah, but I do think that like for us advanced players, like we need more. We just do.
Right. So let's find out how many quad roll speeds do you guys have. I'm looking at chat here. King's got on his main account 10. Miraquel's got 2. Ken, how many quad roll speeds do you have on your account? You've been playing for 6+ years now.
It's been 6 years, man.
It's like, I was like 6
Yeah,
years
getting
on this
older,
game
man.
already.
Oh my god. Hold on, checking right now quickly. Give me 1 sec. Quad speed only, you said?
Quad speed only. Quad speed only.
9. 6 star?
9. I mean
Has to be
anything.
6 star or
Anything. 9.
9?
How many of them are in a speed set?
0?
Okay. PJ, what about you?
I have 11.
You have 11. And how many of them are in a speed set?
1 in speed, 3 in protection. Yeah.
Okay. Snackbox, how many do you have?
I have 7 in total.
And how many of those are in speed sets?
Are you considering protection as speed set? So I have 2 in protection and 2 in impulse
Okay.
sets pieces.
0, what about you?
I have 7. Only 1 in a speed set, but I have 1 in a divine speed set. Ooh.
Okay. So I've got 12 and 1 is in a speed set, and yeah. That's it.
You have 11.
How many penta rolls do you have?
Penta rolls, I've got 1. I've got 1 on a 6-star relentless. But it's crazy. Yeah. But it's crazy. It's crazy to think that we've been playing, a lot of us, for 6 years with an investment of, you know, some players' accounts more than their vehicles, to be quite honest. And this is what you have to show for quad roll speeds, right? Which also brings me into the next part, is we have the 3X event coming in for speed. I believe it's starting tomorrow. And is this enough right? To be able to get yourself up there, because we've got some accounts now that are running close to 500 plus speed, which is insane to think about, because back in the day when we first started, or most of us first started, it was, you know, trying to get to 250, 300 was like, holy
maximum.
crap, you were going first. And now we're talking, you know, 6 years down the line that we've almost 2x this. And yeah, man, like, is the 3x speed boosting or 3x speed artifact drop enough, right? Should they just run where it's just speed? Let's go to Ken first. What do you got to say about that?
Like what? Just speed gear, you mean?
Just speed gear. Just instead of, you know, run dragon and all you get is speed gear. That's it. Would that be hurtful?
That's a little bit. I don't know. Unbalanced though.
You think that's unbalanced? I mean, we do have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sets in this dungeon, and out of the 9 sets, you're only going to use 1.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't agree what you said, but I also don't think 3x make a difference.
Okay. So
they need
what
to
would
find the middle of that somehow? Like, you know
So
what,
what
man?
would
You
be
know
better?
what I want? Like, I am done with the dungeons. Like, seriously, maybe I maybe it's time to make a video about that. But hard dungeons, I'm literally done. They need to adjust them, man. Like, I'm not gonna say that only for the dungeons exclusively. We are doing Ultra Nightmare Chimera. We are not even 100% getting 2-star boss up.
Yeah.
Bro, like, we are doing hardest content in the game and we are getting lowest reward. I'm sorry, but I don't give a anymore about the hard dungeon. I'm gonna farm on the normal 20, gonna spend less energy, going to get the same reward, bro. That's simple.
And I agree with
That's
you.
simple,
Like,
bro.
I farmed this last fusion. I farmed stage
Yes.
20 on everything.
Very
And
easier, bro. Very
I
easier.
did Marius with 4 food champs and go, right? And I
Dungeon
agree
Diver,
with you.
Noticeable easier, guys. Dungeon Diver, noticeable easier.
I agree with you, but I feel like, you know, because, and this is going to lead us into the next subject afterwards, speed is pretty much the number one thing needed for almost anything in this game. We just
I mean, here's the
don't
thing, bro.
get
Like,
enough
they
of
are
it.
doing 3x. Okay, like, they are 3x speed coming tomorrow, right? You are gonna farm that, bro. You are
No, I'm not.
also going to be, your enemy is also going to farm that, man.
Right.
Like, there is nothing going to be changed, to be honest. Like,
So,
if he's spending more energy than you, he's always going to be faster than you. That's very simple.
true,
There is always
true,
bigger fish than you.
true. But let me ask chat, what would you guys think, instead of the 3x boost, would you support just all speed sets for that specific time, or should they change the 3x speed to something else? Because I do feel like even at a 3x speed, the likelihood of you getting a piece of gear that is going to have speed, and the likelihood for you to get that speed to roll either twice or 3 times into it is so freaking low. PJ, what are your thoughts?
Tough question. I don't know if I would be into it being only speed. I think a higher chance would be better. Another thing is, I feel like I kind of like what Ken said, and I don't like this, but I've started to just do the stuff on stage 20. Like, I'm not doing the hard 10 anymore unless it's like a turn attack, or maybe during like the 3x speed or something I would do, or like 3x savage. But for most of them, I'm just doing stage 20, which feels kind of shitty as like an endgame player that I'm doing 20, but it's like the most efficient way, and the gear's not that good. So like, I almost want them to boost the gear and make the gear better, but like, we don't have enough room to keep all this gear. So
Well,
like, as a late game player, like, you don't really need it. So like, you're only farming speed. So maybe give other chances, or give other things in here to farm that would make you want to farm it. Maybe throw, I don't even know. Like,
he wants to say maybe throw Merciless in here, or
Something,
know,
like-
Lethal or something like that. but he's like he knows that he's gonna catch him shit for that. He's like, so I'm gonna hold myself back. But no, I agree. Listen, this last fusion, the dog fusion, I did it with all stage 20 man, and it was the easiest because I got it done. It was I didn't even have to think about running my teams or anything like that. Not that, you know, obviously as an end game player I can't do it, but it does feel like the gear in these dungeons is kind of just trash for end game players, right? Most of us are probably spending the time in the either event dungeons, Centranos, you know, farming that stuff out. But again, speed is very, very important, because if you don't hit those, I mean, if you think about it, Chimera has set the standard on what you have to build your champions at, which is going to be at a minimum of 280, if not 300 to be able to. Yeah, well, 280 if you're using a speed ore, right?
Same for Fiction War, man. Like this stage 21 or the 20, there is a RBS with the speed aura.
Yep.
Like
yep.
she's like more than 340, I think.
So I think it's time that, you know, we got a boosted chance. And I'm looking here, I think Diamond Wolfpack was the one that said, you know, what about just one out of every two pieces you get, 50% is a speed piece. And I think that's fair, to be quite honest, like running those types of events, not the, you know, 3 times out of however, you know, what did we say, 9, so you get 12 instead. I think that's still kind of low, because again, we're literally looking for pieces of speed with speed to roll into speed to just try to get more speed, right? Snackbox, what do you think?
I have this before.
Go ahead.
Not sure how you guys think about this or what chat thinks about this random idea, but like, what if you could get like the Sand Devil or Shogun, the extracts, if you farm like hard 10 of like the normal dungeons?
So on top of the gear?
Yeah, not like extra, the ones where you re-roll your
the dust.
The
dust, yeah.
I think that would be great, to be quite honest.
Because you would still farm the Sand Devil and Shogun, like you still need those, but then it would still give you a reason to farm like hard 10 for other things, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. I definitely need dust. My account is, you know, last couple of CVCs, I really haven't gone as hard as I really wanted to for Shogun and Sand Devils. But yeah, I mean, dust that's a whole nother subject within itself that needs to be addressed. But Snackbox, go ahead, brother. What do you got to say?
So I think somewhere I saw somebody saying like you need around like on average 100,000 energy to get a quad speed roll on a speed set from the dragon if you run hard 10 or whatever. So I think it's crazy, right? Like it's absolutely insane. That's also why like probably none of us have a speed set piece with a quad roll. So it's absolutely crazy. I think the biggest problem really is that you're doing the hardest stages of dungeons and you're getting rare 5-star.
That's my favorite.
Right? That's like the biggest problem. And I don't know why they think that's okay. I don't know. It's like so weird to me.
So I will say I was a huge proponent to take the 5-star out, but I remember something Nacho told me once, which was like, okay, so if they take that 5-star out, how much energy do you think it's going to cost to run that dungeon now, right? Because that's how they kind of offset it to keep it lower. And as one of the things that we always complain, like, hey, what the hell? We need more energy. Imagine going into a single 10 dragon run and getting, let's say, a 6-star piece of gear, maybe rare, maybe epic, and it costing just that one piece 40 energy. It's basically 3 runs and you're done with your energy refill. I think, you know, as much as I complain about that, and, you know, big shout out to Nacho for making sense to me on that, like putting a valid point out there. I kind of see what they're talking about, but yeah,
I mean,
as a player itself, I feel like 5-star really. So go ahead, Ken.
really. I mean, are you done by the way, Snakebox? Or
I'm gonna say what you gotta say. I'm gonna say something after that.
I mean, even they release like extreme difficulty, extreme dungeon, stage 10, and let's say there is a wave with the full mythical champion plus 4, all of them has a ship blessing, we're still going to get the 5-star reward at the end of it. I'm telling you. And I don't accept this dungeon diver point record mod, by the way. If you achieve this point, able to farm the hardest dungeon, the game should be reward you. Is that going to make your dungeon diver easier? So be it. You
Right.
deserve it.
True.
Not
True.
opposite, bro.
I just feel like the influx that would happen is if they remove the 5-star out, because we all know that Plarium, there's no let's tweak it just a little bit and fix it. It's either we're completely down here with the bar or we're going all the way up here. There's no happy medium, right? There's no sweet spot for them. But Snackbox, what else did you have to say, brother?
Yeah, so it would already make me happy if they just would remove the 5-star rare gear. Like that would already, I would be cool with that. Another thing I want to say is because you guys talked about Chimera. In my opinion, they should add Starstone somewhere. Like, I don't know about you
Yeah.
guys, but I'm almost like I'm out of Starstone. Like, I can't
Same.
sustain it. I can't level up my relics. I can't switch them around. Like, I'm literally stuck with my relics. I can do like 2 free swaps and that's it.
Yeah.
Can I say you something about that? Like,
Yeah.
when they announced the faction war first time, I mean hard faction war first time, we see the condition and we see like there is, oh, don't plant weak attack. You know, everybody's like, oh man, what I'm gonna do? I don't have a void champion. And I'm here like, chat, I'm a death dealer. I'm gonna give my death dealer to the between the faction. Day 2, I'm out of Starstone. Because it's cost me like 960 to give the champion, so I need to take it back because it's on my arena champion. I need to do my arena fight daily, right? And boom, next day I'm not switching anymore. I still try to recover.
So I'm sitting with my clan leader and we're talking strategy because we want to start doing a little bit more with Siege, right? And we're kind of going through, breaking down everything, looking at who's got the possible teams. I'm like, yeah, I can do this team, and I'll put the wand on every single champion and all this. I mean, I've got like 8 wands and so on and so forth. And we're going through it, and I was sitting at like 3,000, and I'm instead of trying to pull it off from one champion, like leveling up my access wands that I was thinking about using as chickens, and I'm down to like 1,000. I'm like, oh shit, no, I'm not pulling anything else out because I am so freaking close to getting. I'm at 930 out of 945, and all I need is this damn Oregon Tribe one. And I'm like, no, all my resources are going into that one. Screw you and your Gizmac. But yeah, I
Gizmac
agree.
isn't even helping me that much. I got 2 Gizmacs.
You got two Gizmacs.
I had to build the second one to be. I had to build
Wow.
the second one to be fair, but just saying, Gizmac ain't. I mean, he's good, but he ain't that good compared to some of the other ones. Just saying.
I don't know. Try doing it without Gizmac and then come back and
Yeah,
talk to me.
Yeah.
I did with the Grazur and the Gizmak. They work very well.
Yeah. Neither which one I do not have. Zero. What do you got to say about the speed, man? Should they boost this up?
I think it's working as designed. I think what's really happening is they're the masters of FOMO, and when the people have gotten, again, the separation is getting further and further and further. You know, your Krakens, your pay to win wells, and all that stuff. The people that will farm the 100,000 energy per quad roll speed, and they'll do several million energies worth to go get those pieces. They certainly don't want the people that are playing the game normally to catch up. And I think us in the middle, they're kind of trying to say, "Hey, I need to catch up to speed. I'm getting lapped here. I don't know what's going on." We have this FOMO of like, "Oh my god, now I got to go farm dragon," and it's ridiculously hard to go get this gear and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of what's happening or whatever. And yes, King Cobian says he'll take one of the Gizmax off my hands. That's funny.
I get first. I'm a clanmate.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, too bad we can't trade champions. Yeah, so I think that's kind of. I mean, that just kind of is what it is. I don't know. I do think we do need to go, and I know we mentioned this a few back, but we do have to give them credit for nerfing that relic for the people that got it. And again, I know if you're in the campo, I got the relic, and now you're going to nerf something I did. However, that just
they haven't
made
nerfed it
so
yet.
much.
They haven't nerfed it yet.
They haven't. No,
They
it's just
have.
not nerfed yet.
Yes,
Oh,
I think
I
it's
thought they did
nerfed.
it this last one.
Did
It
they?
is nerfed.
It is.
Yeah.
It is nerfed.
Oh, then
It's nerfed now.
okay. Then what's his name or what's her name? Crypto has a crazy fast Lazorius in Stone Skin because holy shit!
Yeah.
Outsped my
not anymore.
Arbiter. Outsped my Arbiter with the speed lead. I was like, holy crap. That's why he felt confident in leaving my Calvilex in there.
Okay, so let me ask y'all a question, and I know I think I know what the answer is, but I just refuse to believe it. But are you just better off just going all out speed and nerfing your other stats on certain champions? Because, I'm building like my nukers, and I'm getting like Gizmac, for example, is at 306 speed, and I'm still getting just absurdly lapped at 306. It's like, okay, well, do I nerf him and let him do as much damage? But then, like, what good is he? But then the old saying is, hey, if you don't even get a turn, then it doesn't matter what stats he has on him. So, what's y'all's thoughts on that?
I did a collab with Big. We recorded it earlier this week. I still haven't edited it yet, but it was very funny where, we were talking and he's like, speed is so important that the fastest champion on his account is like 250. And it's at the point where the opponent takes 3 turns per champion before Bit gets to take 1 turn. So I think there's a happy medium. There's a baseline speed for each account, to be quite honest. So I know like mine, when I build my particular champions, I look for a minimum of 280 to 300 speed and then as much damage as possible. But it's a fair question to ask. Ken, what do you think? I mean, I know you have go ahead, send me your seafood build.
Can I send you a short video real quickly to answer your question?
Let's see.
I just sent. She still gets a turn.
She's got she's frozen like 15 turns.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's crazy, bro.
How fast is that champion?
That was 200 speed, Torvin.
Wow.
It was 200 speed.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you guys know me, I'm a go second. Like, my top speed on right now, the live arena wise, like the champion I'm actively using, I think 313 speed. I understand the speed race. Obviously, like against the crypto, there is not many things I can also do that because like there is some broken champion in the game, like mythical champion I cannot resist them, like Sulfurion, even you resist, you're gonna say goodbye to your stone skin. But there is also very good go second champion, which is I have some of them, I don't have many of them, and you can still make great go second team, like if you don't have a crazy high amount of the speed. So I'm not really go into this speed fight, to be honest. I especially recently I got a 5-star Kavalax as well, so I a little bit like start doing my speed race against the enemy speed because if they are faster than me, they are gonna die, right? And yeah. I'm happy to be honest on my account, man, with the 313 maximum speed. But she's a 970 resistance, so...
313. And just to show you here, my Laz is sitting at 300, and I've got room for improvements.
Yeah, I mean...
So...
I know. But again, you are going to hit my stone skin if you cannot strip me, so...
I don't need to worry about your stone skin because my Laz on his second form.
Yeah, you are using like that? God damn it, I hate you.
It's, I might get
They need
sheep.
to nerf this. You know what? Asnar. I'm going to use Asnar now. Huh? There we go.
PJ, what are your thoughts on that, man?
It's tough. It kind of depends on your account, how your gear is. I would say I usually go. I do go first. Either win fast or die fast, in and out pretty quickly.
Yep.
For the speed, I feel like definitely having your nukers relatively fast, but you can kind of get away with having a little bit slower if you're bringing in, depending on who you're facing. If you're having if you have a lockout or something, so they can just A1, you can get away with having your nukers a little bit slower. I know you've been messing around with what's her name, Lamasu, so you can kind of have her boost your Gizmac up, have just build Lamasu really fast, and have her go take the turn for him. But it's tough if you're not going first, and you got to make sure that you have a really tanky go second team, like in Stone Skin. Ideally, people in Lightning Cage, so they can't remove your buffs. Bringing in, I mean, Mythicals is always nice because if they go first, they lock you out. You can just transfer to the second form and still nuke them. Mythicals are so strong because it's like 2 champions in 1. I don't know, stuff like that.
I should also mention, guys, everything PJ said is also based because he has a Star Sage. So yes, that's exactly why he's bringing all that in and saying, yeah, you know what, speed's okay. You really should focus it, but I got a Star Sage, so it's okay. It's okay.
It's fine.
Snackbox, what about you, man? What do you think?
So I think like if you can't hit like high speeds, you shouldn't try to compete in the speed race, right? Like unless you're dumb like me, then you should try it. But like I have absolutely shitty speed gear, but I'm still trying to go first because I don't want to spend like an hour fighting in live arena. I want to get it over with quick. Same like what PJ said, like in and out. If I go first, I can probably nuke you. If not, okay, then I'm done. So I like the fast fights, but there are definitely some very cool options for like go second teams, especially like a lot of people underestimate Necrit. I don't know why, but I think he's like he's my go-to if I try to go with a go second strategy. And I have him in a 9-piece protection set, and if my buffs are protected on a Marius, he's really hard to deal with. So that's something that I really enjoy.
You can even
sometimes.
build a Slayer set or the Mercedes for the arena if you have a Necret.
Exactly.
So I love Necrit, and I love pairing him with Marius. I built my Necrit with a 4-piece Stone Skin and Feral, right? So you can't bomb me, you can't. And oh man, it is beautiful when you get going. I can't lie.
Every time I see Necret, it reminds me of Blind Seer. I don't know why.
Reminds you of Blind Seer? I mean, I don't know.
I got her during his 15th, so.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot of things. So
Good old memories, yeah.
But yeah, I would say, finding your happy medium on your speed and then kind of building everything out that way. Stone Skin's the big thing nowadays, man. So having the right type of champions around the team. I think when I took and I do speak to Cruisin quite a bit before I start changing my arena teams and stuff like that. And he's like, you can't follow what everybody else is doing. You've got to do what you can for your own account. And it really does help. It really does help. So I hope that answers your questions, but we'll definitely be working a little bit more, especially because I said the clan's focusing a little bit more towards Siege now, because that's probably one of the things that we were lacking in. So that said, let's talk a little bit about Live Arena, everybody's favorite content in the game. I know Bob loves Live Arena, and unfortunately Gessel's not here to join us on this topic, but is it me, or does it feel like Live Arena right now is much more difficult to climb in through the seasons, trying to get that 1320 points? Chad, how many of you guys have the 1320 points? We've got a day and 18 hours. I'm going to have to be spending some serious gems here to get up to, my 104 points that I need here. But let's start off with Ken first. Ken, are you finding it more challenging? And I know, again, you stream for like 6 hours a day, very heavy into arena, but are you finding it more challenging to climb up during the arena seasons?
I mean, they changed the season mechanic like 2 seasons ago. Same for the matchmaking and the point system. So basically, like if you win a player lower than you, you are going to get less point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but if you won, like let's say you got a match with the crypto and you won, right? You are not going to get more point.
Yep.
So there's a chance you can get more point, but there is no chance you can get higher point. That's so stupid in my opinion.
Let's
and obviously this is going to make...
Let's be a little bit honest here. The chances of you winning against crypto are very, very slim.
I think I faced him 5 times. I got 3 of them, maybe.
3? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to talk about that.
Yeah. There's a lot of clip. I can show you if you want. Except for Cartman. Anyway, and matchmaking system as well, bro. Like it's super accurate now. The point, you know, your seasonal point, like you are seeing a people with your seasonal point. But this is the one thing this game need to be understand. Bro, it's not everything on this number. He spent $1 million and we are in the same number. Like, what can I do? What kind of fair matchmaking is that? Like, there should be like more detail on the matchmaking system. CVC working like that too. Hydra working like that too. Chimera working like that too. Like, it's so basic matchmaking, man. Like, he just slacking. Okay, he's supposed to be like top 10. He just slacking, and I keep facing this same person over and over again. I don't like that, and it's not fun, you know. And yeah, it's harder. For me, it's harder. Some people say it's easier, but for me, it's harder. I normally like getting my last milestone in 2 weeks. Now it's a 3 week. I'm getting it in 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, funny story where I was having my arena victories. I got my 3 So I had 3 losses. I got the bot. I got my 3 wins, and my very next fight was crypto. So I think Plarium has decided that their algorithm is going to work this way. You lose 3, you get a bot. You win 3, you fight crypto, and that's how it's going to work from now on. But PJ, are you finding it more difficult for you to get to that 1320?
Slightly more difficult, I would say. I usually start a little bit late in the season to let people push up, then I'll start going myself. I think this season, up until the 1K-ish mark, I was at like an 80% win rate, and then when I was at like an 88% win rate. Then it dropped down, or was it right now? I was at way higher before the 1K. Then once I hit the 1K, I definitely noticed a tougher. So yeah, I was at 88. Now I'm at 79. So once I hit the 1K, I noticed tougher opponents. I would say the matchmaking. It seemed to like people get confused with the matchmaking. I feel like people still think that it's off of the general points, and it has nothing to do with the general points. It's just off of the seasonal. So people are being like, yo, this person has 30,000 general points and I'm at 10,000. I'm like, yeah, but the seasonal, you guys are close. So that's all that they care about.
Right.
So I feel like the seasonal, but as far as focusing on the seasonal specifically, it's been a little bit better as far as maxing you with pretty close to your points, not necessarily your account power like that. They don't care about that, but the points I think is a little bit closer. And yeah, kind of like what Ken said, it kind of stinks how they have it where if you beat someone that's way stronger than you just get the normal amount of points, but vice versa, you lose points if you lose to someone that's stronger than you, or weaker than you, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I would say it's a little bit. I'd say same as like last season. They tweaked it, but it still needs more tweaking.
Okay. And by the way, guys, if and when, not if, I guess when Plarium implements this win 3, lose 3 when you fight crypto, you guys can all blame King Copium because he's the one that said it on stream last night. This didn't come from me. I'm just echoing what he told me last night while we're sitting in Discord. So blame King Copium. Snackbox, maybe that'll get him to change his name to Copium King. There we go. Snackbox, what do you think, man? Is it more challenging for you this season to get to the 1320?
I would say it felt a little bit more competitive this time. A lot more Embrys, a lot more Fabian, a lot more Cavalax. So yeah, I think it was a little bit harder in general than last season. In terms of the matchmaking, I didn't really get like crazy opponents. So it was. I also started pushing late. So yeah, maybe that was you know, a little bit better. Because if you start pushing early, you will probably face those big guys, right? So yeah, I don't know. Just like
I kind of have a
felt-
little bit of a thing on that though. Like, even if you do face those guys, they're gonna outrank you pretty quick. A, because they're spending a lot more time playing, and B, they're winning a lot more. So you're still gonna stay lower. So I don't know if essentially holding off really helps. Sorry to cut you off.
I think it helps with the win rate, obviously, and then you obviously get faster to the. I would say you have to do less amount of fights to get to the, 1,300 points. So, yeah.
Okay. I wonder if BZK is actually going to try to take crypto this season. We think that's going to happen. Zero, what about you, man? Are you finding it more challenging to get to that height, to that 1320?
Yeah, so yeah, it was last time, and it certainly is. It certainly is this time for me too. And I kind of do a little bit what Snackbox kind of does. I will let I'll only run like 10 a day. The first part just to kind of stay behind a little bit. And I feel like that does help, but I don't know. You just get up a certain amount, and it's like, okay, now I'm getting crushed. And then I want to challenge what PJ was saying about your total points. I think he is right to an extent, but I think they use your total power as like a secondary thing, because I feel like this is what I feel like's happening. I may be completely wrong in this whatsoever, but I feel like they want to keep it as close to 50% as possible. And when I'm steamrolling people and I get, 8 or 9 wins, I'm like, oh crap, this is awesome. And then I will immediately get boosted up into a higher something on the back end. I don't know if they're using the total player power. I think PJ is 100% right. It does matter where your kind of ranking is at the time. And I'm looking at my current list right now. And yeah, they're all within 100 points of me. But then like when I'm getting my butt cut, they are 10,000 plus points. By the way, I'm at 12,235 right now, or 12,232. But then when I'm getting my butt cut, then they'll give me easy ones, and I'm fighting 6,000 and 7,000 total player points, and those are the ones that I am winning. So I don't know what's necessarily happening there, but yeah, I don't know. Matthew, did you just kick my butt? But I don't know. I hate it. I really hate it. And the other thing I'll say, and I know this got said in a different thing, we're talking about Elo and stuff. I've been playing Broken Arrow a little bit here and there. And what's cool is I can play with people, and my neighbor plays it with me. And we're about the same Elo, but we're having people join us that have a much lower elo, and they do an awesome job of matching elo. So like we're sitting at 1100 elo, and we have people that join us that are 400 elo. Well, it'll find a team that has people matched our elos and stuff, and then what'll end up happening is we get less score if we win that fight because we get a quote unquote easier fight. So that part of it is happening, but they get those lower people get a huge amount of elo. We're talking like 60, 70 points of elo, and we're getting like 8 or 9 or 10 from that perspective. So I would like to see them keep potentially looking at their system and see an easier or better way to do this. I don't know.
So
I feel like that's taking a turn for the worse.
I think a better way to possibly look at the ranking is, using your current points that you're getting for the season, and then maybe factoring in the win rate. I think that might be a little bit of a better situation, right? Because you're giving chances. Yes, you're using the seasonal points, but you're factoring in the win rate of somebody. So, obviously you're not going to have somebody like me going up against Crypto, who's got a 93% win rate when I got a 64% win rate, right? And I mean, he's got shit 10, 20 times my battles, which is crazy. So I think maybe that could...
Can I say something? Now compare this second place to the first one. Like the amount of battles and the amount of points. So something is weird,
That is true. BZK has only got 766 points, and that wow, that is really freaking crazy. So, does this actually nerf points for Crypto? The way that they
+3 because he's so far ahead of everyone.
Yeah. So I guess that. I mean, I didn't even look at the seasonal points, looking at 3,800 and being close to 12
about this last week.
Yeah, well, no, did we talk about this last week?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned the exact same thing, where the amount of battles they did versus amount of points, it's like way far off versus really close. Like
that is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely got to be, and I mean, again, they're going to keep going at it and trying to figure it out. I do want to bring this to light because I should let you guys know that this was a bot, but it came in with a common champion. I was like, what the hell is this?
He's leveling food in Live Arena.
I saw this and I'm like, wait, what? Like the bots actually picking, yeah, kind of crazy. But that said, let's talk a little bit about maybe having Plarium reduce the points needed, because there's a lot of people that are not able to get to that 1320. One of the specific things I keep hearing all the time since this change is, yes, they've made it more challenging, rewarding less points for wins if you're too far ahead, but they didn't change the total amount points needed to get that, not magma shield. I was just reading Yayo's, who got the magma shield, which is congratulations, huge for the account, especially when you have Titus. But, they kept this at 1320 instead of bringing this down a little bit. Should they nerf the points needed? Maybe let's say down to 1,000. PJ, what do you think?
Maybe. I have heard people say it's a little bit harder to get the rewards. I don't think it should be easy to get the rewards. Like 100 mythical materials is very good. It's hard to get. I would have to, I don't know. I feel like it's still doable. Maybe if they reduce it a little bit, or maybe go back to how it used to be. I know that how it used to be, people found it way easier to get the seasonal or to get the rewards. I mean, I guess you'd have to look at the metrics and see how much fewer people are getting the final rewards now versus then.
Or it's how many fights to get the top rewards.
Yeah, how many fights.
So if it was taking people 275 fights to get the top reward, that's cool. But now if it's taking them 350 fights to get there, that's your metric.
Yeah. So depending on how big that is, they could lower the points a little bit if they thought it was too much.
Okay. Zero, what do you think?
I think it sucks. No.
Well, I'm just, I'm looking at this and I'm like, at the top 100, it's like 2,200.
I mean, lucky you're at only 261 and you're at 64% win rate. I'm at a 55% rate. So there's only 9% separating us. I'm at 300 something fights. And I was just like, I
guess the win rate is pretty. Yeah, I'm at 207 battles, and I have the materials.
What's your win rate?
79 right now.
Okay, we need
Galathir.
because
Galathir.
I
No, it's
suck.
Galathir.
I suck.
It's Galathir.
It's a me thing. I just suck, I guess. I don't know.
No, it's definitely tougher.
But yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Zero.
Yeah, no, I just yeah, I don't. I'm so frustrated with it, so much of it too, because you got the meta champions, and it is what it is, and I'm taking some meta champions like Marius and whatnot just to block them from being able to use it, but like that opens myself up to full control, and again I'm losing to the speed fight and I'm losing to the full control, and yeah, it's just I feel like I'm slamming my head against the wall half the time.
Well,
I
so
don't know. It's frustrating for me.
I really can't see how far down I am, but let's think about this reasonably, right? There are, according to Teleria metrics, millions and millions of players that play this game every day. And I mean, I'd like to think I have a pretty strong, decent account, and I'm finding it challenging to get up to get my 1320. I guess my bigger question to them is going to be, between this top 100 and myself, how many people are in between that space? Is it 200, 300, 400? Is it 1,000 people? Because that means it's literally a 1% of the player base who's getting these 1,320 points. Especially within recent changes. So, Stackbox, what do you got to say about it, man? Do you think they should lower down the points?
Points for the
for the 1320 instead of 1320? Let's say they lowered it down to 1,000 since they made those recent changes.
Yeah, maybe. I just want to say I don't like the system in general that like whoever is doing the most battles is gonna be first. Like I don't like that. Like for me, it would be much like for me the one with the highest win rate is the winner. Like you know what I mean? Like here right now, you like whoever can have 3 different drivers from 3 different time zones will be number 1. You know what I mean? And I don't like that system in general. So obviously crypto has the highest win rate, but I don't know. I just don't feel like, for example, place 4 has a 60% win rate with 1,700 battles, where I don't know. I don't know if he's better than place 5, for example, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't like that system, and maybe they should like limit, like maybe lower the points for the rewards, limit the amount of seasonal fights you can do, and then whoever has the highest win rate, can place first or whatever.
I like that, and I think going based off their win rate, and obviously if it's a tie, you go based off how many battles they've done. That could work. Again, I mean, doing 3,200 fights and a 93% win rate is pretty insane. And I think crypto deserves that, because she's paying, if she is paying somebody else to run her account. Or no, I think the driver is a female, if I'm not mistaken. It's just kind of crazy. So I definitely like the idea of putting more emphasis into the win rate, lowering the points down, and then using the battles as, the tiebreaker for whatever points needed.
Can I add something?
Yep.
We kind of talked about this before, and I agree, but I think the biggest issue that we talked about this before was that it's gonna cost them money because they're spending so many gems right now doing all the refills that, like, for the integrity of the game, it'd be so much better. But I just don't see them doing that because of all the gem money they're making.
Well, looking at this though, I mean, yes, he might be spending all the gems, but at what point do you think they're going to turn around and say, "Screw you"? This is the difference, because I mean, if BZK comes in with an extra, 150 points, he's going to take crypto. He's going to take crypto with 150 points, and he's only done what? A fifth of the fights, yeah.
Okay.
And it's
What
not
does that have to do with them making money off of gems? Look how many battles that crypto did.
I
Well,
mean,
what,
1,000
what I think
PJ,
Blaze
he-
is saying is crypto doesn't need to run 3,200 battles. Crypto could run 1,000 battles and still have about the same points.
right.
No, well, not really,
But
because if you
here's
did
the thing,
1,000 less,
PJ,
it would be less points. What?
but PJ, here's the thing, man. Like, so at the moment, rest of the players who play the game, like literally the rest of them, they are like, oh, we don't have a driver. Let's not spend our gem because we cannot beat the crypto anymore. Anyway, right? So crypto is spending gem, but rest of the player literally doing the opposite.
Well,
like
they
there
gotta
is no
spend
competition.
gems.
There is no reason to spend gem. You don't have a driver.
Well, no,
Doesn't
not
matter
to
if you
get to
spend gem.
first, but they got to spend gems to still get to the 1320 probably.
Yeah, I'm spending gems
I mean,
every day.
what's
to
the
get
point
to
of the second if you are not going to be first? Like,
No, I'm not talking about second. I'm talking about they're getting the seasonal points. Like people are still going
Right.
to spend stuff just to get seasonal. Not
Yeah.
going to get first, but people still
Yeah.
want to get top 100, top 10.
I just don't even have the willingness and patience for that. That said, Ken, what do you got to say about it, man? Should they lower down the 1320 points?
I mean, it doesn't affect me. I love live arena. You know me, like I'm doing live arena every day. I can reach the point requirement without a problem. But not everybody like me, and not everybody has to be like me, right? You cannot force them. And there's a people working. This game taking too much time. They need to do something about it. Lots of people complain about it recently. My classmates as well. This game, everything taking too much time. Very low reward. Like amount of the time we spend on the game, the reward we are receiving is not worth it. So they need to do some adjustment. And yeah, they can lower the point requirement here. It can help the people. Hey, bro, like it's too much for me. Like you said, right? You only have time for the weekend, right? You can only
Yep.
do your live event on the weekend. You can at one point you can call yourself, bro. I don't have a time anyway. Screw this content. I'm not doing it. You know. If they lower it, maybe you are gonna say that like, oh man, okay, they lowered it. I still don't have a time, but at least it's easier now. Maybe I can put some effort on it now. So they need to think this kind of little detail to make the game better, man. Like they don't even need to release a new content over and over again. They just need to be like some adjustment on the existence content. They need to lower it. I agree with you.
And I will say, here's my evidence here. This is my son playing my my live arena,
Oh my
going
God,
at it,
really?
and this is who he went up against.
Did you send it to him?
I
nice.
did, and I told him, I said,
Okay.
Ash, you just made my son's day, and my son won.
no.
My son won.
Oh, no.
And I just told him, I said, hey, it made my son's day, and he was just like, oh, it's awesome, it's awesome. But yeah, I mean, that's how it is. You know,
So you have a driver, yeah?
I do.
Yeah,
I've got
no,
a.
driver. train my daughter.
Expose it.
Yeah, I think it was being useless when I posted that on Discord. It was like he's slave driving his son using child labor. No, my son comes in all the time, and he's just like, I would let him play more on it, except he's all about just popping shards. I tried to record a shard video with him once and just watching, and he's just pressing the shards, not even looking. He's like, I don't want to see anything unless it's a legendary, Dad. Like, forget this. I'm like, dude, you just burned through 150 shards like in 10 seconds. He's like, yeah, so it's not a legendary. But that said, I think there's definitely room for improvement here. I'd like to see, like Snackbox said, a little more emphasis on the win rate for the matchmaking. And I think that would be kind of good for the game, right? One of the last quality of life features that came in was Hydra. We now have 9 auto battles, or 9 quick battles. Although, as surprise, I didn't think any of us knew that this was going to be a problem. There was a lot of the player base that only got 5 during the reset, but Plarium did fix it the day after, I should say. But is this enough? Now you basically get 3 sets, or you get 3 refills or resets for each difficulty. Is this enough, or do you guys think we should get more? 0.
I'm going to go on a limb and say this is the perfect amount. I think you've got 3 keys to keep. That gives you 3 tries per key. And let's be real, a lot of the times well, like for me, my nightmare is the one that'll mess up every now and then, and not my other one. So really, I feel like I have 9 for my nightmare team. So
Mm.
I think this is the right amount. I think if you go any higher than this, then you are really going to start having the people like do some silly min maxing. It's like, oh, I can get the 39 trillion points if I min max it 100 times type thing. So I think it's a great ratio. Three per official key, and I think 5 was really bad because I did have a few times where I went like 4 or 5 times and then I had to actually manual it because I had the one fail for whatever rotation or whatever. But yeah, I like it.
So I definitely think that it's the right path. The only change that I would love to see is give us the opportunity to, because of the RNG element, to pick what score we want to keep based on our highest keys. Honestly, I think if they switched it to each difficulty gets 3 chances, and then you get to pick the highest one if you want to be that person that just full autos and that's it, right? I think we should have, because, some keys you can run them and you can get 250 million or 1 billion. And then some keys, as we demonstrated in the past, you can get your Trenda key to go, 150 million or less. So I feel like giving us the opportunity to pick which one we want would be a very good idea and definitely helpful for the player base, right? Snackbox, what do you think, man? Is 9 enough for you, or do you want more?
I like what you just said, like run it like 3 times or whatever, and then pick the best key. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I like that because, sometimes I run my team and it's like, I don't know, 400 million or whatever, and then I'm thinking like, should I keep this or retry it, or I don't know.
It's like,
And
it's
that would
close to what
probably
I
make it a
have,
little
but
bit easier. Yeah, that would probably make it a little bit easier. And yeah, I think it was super necessary that that they give us more quick battles, man. That was super necessary, 100%.
Okay. PJ, what about you?
Quick question: is that Loki to spread the shield when they get devoured?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Are you trying to copy my comp now?
No, I was already thinking about that before I saw you. Or sorry, no, but Usus was mentioning that he said you're fearless, but I said I don't think it has anything to do with that. It's for the shield spread.
Correct. I don't have a feral on
yeah.
my main.
As far as the auto battles, I'm very happy. When we first heard about this, I was hoping to get 3 to 5 per key, which is on average, that's what we're getting now. 3 per key. I think I like it that you can use however many you want on whatever difficulty you want. I think if it was limited to like 3 per key, so like ZB said, other people are saying some teams you can just do it first time, no problem. Some teams might need a little bit more RNG, might need to try 4 or 5 times for that one key, and then the other keys you only need 1. So I like that you can kind of spread them out how you want. I think 5 before was too little. I think this is a really good spot. Like I said, I think 3 to 5 average per key is what we should be looking for, and this is like right at the minimum. The three average per key I think is good.
Okay. Ken, what do you think?
I mean, I'm not sure these numbers affecting their server. Probably it is. This time I want to believe them. Like, no, I'm not joking this time. This time, no, I'm not joking.
He's like, their servers, I don't think are being effective.
I mean, probably it's affecting their server. Like, this time I'm on their side. So, if this is affecting, 9 is good number. To be honest, we don't need more than that. If it is not affecting, just... they cannot do unlimited, right? Yeah, we talked about that before they.
If they do unlimited, it kind of.
Yeah, people will spam their time over there. Like they cannot leave the screen until they got their PB. I think 9 is okay, man.
Okay. I agree. I think 9 is okay, and like I said, I think the one thing I would just really urge you to put in for the next quality of life improvement is just letting us pick, especially because it's a competitive and there's so much freaking RNG, I guess competitive to a certain point, is please let us pick our highest damage key out of any ones that we run for that difficulty, right? And last but not least, after 6 years, we are finally getting blind arena for platinum reset. Now, I haven't pushed plat in probably 2, almost 3 years. My
Oh, you
driver
don't wanna be
hasn't
up at
put.
5 a.m.
Really? It's a lot of fun. Listen, I will say, when I was in SP and I was pushing plat, it was fun. We were staying up. There was like 15, 20 of us in Discord. We were all talking. It was a lot of fun, and I loved those times. It's just, yeah, the 5 a.m. or the 3 a.m. part is just too much, right? I think for you though, out there, it's kind of like midnight, isn't it? It's easier.
No, it's 4 a.m. for me.
No way.
No. I'm an hour behind you, so it's 4
okay.
a.m. So if it's 4 for me, it's got to be 5 for you. But I really want to know his snack box. What time is it for him? Is he up drinking his morning coffee? He's like, oh, platinum's easy over in Germany.
Yeah, for me, it's not even an option to push for it. Like it's, I don't know, like 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning.
10.
I don't have time for that.
Well,
10
I know that Ken is a closet bathroom pusher. He's like, hey, boss, I got to go to the bathroom real quick. 20 minutes later, he comes back and he's pushing on his phone. He's like, but that said, is this going to be good for Plat Arena? Is this going to interest you in pushing Plat Arena? Chat, this goes out to you guys. How many of you that push out or push for Plat are looking forward to this? Is it going to make a big difference for you? Zero, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say, I've said it way many times before, but I'll say it again. Until they have regional platinum resets and or like a rotating platinum reset, like have it rotate every 12 hours or every 8 hours, once a month, or not once a month, but like every week in the month, it kind of rotates every 8 or 6 hours or something like that. Until they have that, it's just not fair for us over here in the United States side of the house. It is what it is. Yeah. And what time is it for you in Turkey, Final Kampachi? It's like noon for you.
11 a.m.
11 a.m. Yeah, so that's, hey, I'm taking my lunch break at work and I'm gonna go push platinum, right? So, and I get it. It's a worldwide game. People all have different things going on. People are working, people are sleeping, people are whatever. But yeah, going from Sunday night into Monday morning where everybody starts work, I think is also an issue. If this was maybe Saturday night, might be a little bit different. I could maybe stay up to 3 or 4 in the morning and sleep in a little bit, but yeah, not an option when I got to be up at 7 a.m. to start work. So
right, and I think moving it to Saturdays would be a great idea. Although I am curious, Ken, when and I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you work for your family. But do they get a little skeptical every time you got to ask at like 10:30 on a Monday morning? Hey, I got to go to the bathroom.
No, man, I'm working on the PC. I mean, desk, so like I just putting my phone over there next to the keyboard. Just clicking the button and doing my job, it's full auto anyway, mostly. So
the job is full auto or the game is full auto?
Yeah, I mean, I am not taking like super hard team, obviously. And you need to play a little bit smart if you want to stay on the platinum without spending money, it's not that easy. And yeah, don't have a problem, man, to be honest. Like, especially like after I got this new phone, game working under 20 FPS on this one, which is my old one was 60. So it's noticeable, by the way. Somehow, like, more FPS you are getting on this game, it's reducing your time. It's, for example, your dungeon run is become faster, stuff like that. And yeah, it's easier, but yeah, I push a platinum for fun, man. Like, I'm not like try harder. If you're going to ask question about like blind area, it was a big drama back in the day. I remember that. They said like, hey, bro, your clan is doing that on purpose, stuff like that. Our clan is not this kind of stuff. Our clan is not arena main the clan. I'm not sure this is still a thing too. I'm not sure people still taking platinum seriously, to be honest. But yeah, a little bit late, in my opinion, this feature. But still good thing. There's also one more thing, because I have a limited time and limited screen over there. I'm not even looking at the people name, bro. Like, I just looking like, oh, is this defense easy? Go. You don't have that much time, to check their clan, check their name. At least on my end, I just looking at their defense, easy, go. I'm not even looking at their name, so it's already blind for me.
Okay. I will put a request out there because I want to have a little more of a conversation about this next week on how good this was, if it was good. If you are somebody that is pushing plat this week, since it's supposed to be a blind arena, send me some screenshots of what the UI looks like for that specific push, right? I'm interested to see, can you see, the blessings they have? Can you, obviously you're not supposed to see the names or anything like that, but I'm curious to see what it's going to look like. PJ, what about you?
I think this is good. I know a lot of people in Plaid have been asking for something like this. Is this gonna be the end-all be-all fix? No, but it's a good start. Like, I'm sure if people really, really wanted to, they could still figure out who's who. But kind of like what Ken said, when you're in that last few minutes of the plat push, you don't really have time to be, okay, checking this, checking this, checking this. Like, you got to go. Like, they're flying up in points, and you got to be keeping up in the points as well. So, yeah, I think it's a great start. It's going to be only, I think, for 8 hours before reset and only in plat. I know some people were worried about that it was going to be like throughout the entire week or whatever. So it'll just be towards the end of reset. And yeah, it should be good. It should be a good start. Maybe they can do even more depending on how much this impacts it. If it's good, if it's not good enough. I know a lot of people are in the Supreme Club that have been talking about this and wanting this. So I'm sure they'll let them know what they think. And yeah, steps in the right direction.
Okay. Snackbox, what about you, man? Is this going to get you pushing live Plat Arena?
No, that's not like the time when it's happening. Like I'm not able to play, so there's no point for me to even try. But I will say that I think the reason why this is coming is because there were a lot of boosting accusations, right? So people want to kind of avoid that, or like, and my question is like, what can you see actually? Like, are you able to see the team, like the team power, blessings, whatever? Because there could be still indicators for those clans that are doing this. I don't know which ones, but to see like, okay, that's probably a clanmate of mine, so I'm not going to attack him and so on. So maybe people will still find a way around it. So I'm not quite sure if it's going to be the solution for this problem.
Right. So we will definitely have to wait and see what that's going to look like. And I really hope, it's definitely been asked for a very long time now. So hopefully they get it right. All right, so it has been a wonderful 2 hours. We've talked about a lot of things, but what we haven't talked about is, Ken, where can people come and find you?
Final Kenpachi, both YouTube and the Twitch. I'm streaming every single day, guys, after the clan was reset, so you guys can find me there. Thank you.
Awesome. PJ, where can people come and find you?
MXPJE on Twitch and YouTube, stream pretty much every single weekday, 2 times a day, as much as possible.
Miracle, you're totally right. Time does fly. I didn't even notice. I'm looking at my time here. I was like, oh, shit. Snackbox, drop your YouTube link and then let us know where people can come and find you.
Yeah, so I have a YouTube channel, which is called Snackbox RSL. And yeah, I do almost daily uploads. So yeah, come and say hello.
Awesome. Zero, where can everybody come and find you?
Yes, sir. I'm on that Twitch and the YouTubes is every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday evening, 8 p.m. Central Time, Texas time. And
awesome.
Yeah, hit us up on the YouTubes.
Awesome. Ken, I'm going to start off with you. What you got for a shout out for me, bro?
I'm going to shout out Link Art Game. He's also the streamer friend, guys. We stream it pretty often. I'm going to leave this link over there. If you guys follow, that will be awesome.
Awesome. PJ, what you got for a shout out for me, bro?
We're giving a shout out to the Curse One. He's an awesome dude. He hangs out on, I think, a bunch of our streams. He's always in my stream hanging out. I really appreciate all the love and support he shows me, so I want to show him some love as well. If you guys are not following him, definitely check him out playing the Racial Legends as well.
Awesome. Snackbox, what you got for a shout out for me, bro?
Excuse me, sorry, I was like distracted right now.
What you got for a shout out for me?
For a shout out? Like what? For who? Sorry,
anyone you have. You need a second? He's like,
Yeah, give me a second.
you just threw this at me like I had no idea. Zero, what you got for a shout out for me?
All right, I got 2 shout outs. We got to give a shout out to our boy Gessel just because he's not here, right? So we never really get to give him a shout out because he's always here. But Gessel Gaming gets a shout out. Make sure y'all check out his stuff, obviously. But the other shout out goes to my daughter, my 10-year-old daughter. She achieved her rank 1 black belt in Taekwondo this weekend. So she is officially a black belt. And to get her rank 2 or her 2nd degree black belt, so 1st degree black belt is what she just got. To get her 2nd degree black belt, it's going to take her 12 months from now. So 1 year from now is what it'll take for her to get to the next level. So very proud of her. She did a whole, she has a double bow staff routine. She got to do that for the audience yesterday as well and got her black belt. So she's awesome.
Congratulations to her. And I got to ask you a question. Are you now scared to punish your daughter because she's going to kick your butt?
I'll send you a text. I'll send you a picture of my kid drop kicking a kid in the head, and you tell me.
That's yes.
No, she's a tiny tot, but she's awesome.
Hey, David and Goliath, bro. David and Goliath.
Exactly. Yeah, her head kick to this kid would be a crotch kick to me, and that would definitely take me down. So for sure.
A different kind of head kick.
Stackbox, what about you, man? What you got for a shout out?
I want to shout out Consistency. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's on YouTube. He's a free-to-play player and pretty cool guy, pretty chill. Also streams sometimes, and yeah.
Awesome.
Check him out.
My shout out's gonna go to Xander. We're actually gonna raid out to him over on the Twitch.
Check your Discord message.
Can I show it?
Yeah. It doesn't have anything proprietary on it.
All right. Oh, damn.
This is her sparring in his head. This is a screenshot from the thing. But yeah, a leaping head kick. If this is a tournament, that'd be worth 3 points.
Oh.
Double points for the head, but leaving the ground, you get an extra point. So that would be a triple point score if this was a competition.
All right, cool. So just think really carefully next time you decide to punish your daughter, because you may be very well laying down on the floor next to that kid.
Is that Ken boy getting beat up? Oh no.
That's crazy. Wow. That's it, guys. It has been a wonderful time. Thank you all for joining us this weekend on the Knights of the Teleria podcast. Make sure to tune in next week to watch us again. Make sure to follow every one of these guys over on their YouTubes and Twitch. Show them some love. And we are rating out to Xander when we get there. Make sure you guys wish him a happy birthday. As always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. We'll catch you guys.